All right. Man, it seems like everything is on that screen. Mm. Hey, yo, what's up, Investor Z? All right. Let's see. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm playing around. And I want to point out that I am in the sim. Dude, I've made so much money in gold last night. I'm done for the day. I'm definitely in the sim. I'm going to respect my maximum daily profit today. So far from last night, I'm up 14K trading gold. Um, I was able to catch this move early. Well, actually, I caught this move right here. Dude, I got out literally at the top of this move. Literally got out at the top. And I walked away and I came back and saw that, man, if I did not get out of this, if I was being greedy and held, this thing came tumbling down. But I mean, I was going to get out this area because I mean, I saw this area of consolidation and this is not the Nasdaq. Gold and ES is not going to trade past structure. Uh, these instruments respect structure. So uh, I saw that there was structure here. I got out. I walked away and I came back and I saw this big giant move down. And I would have got stopped out too because my stop was literally right here. So happy. I'm definitely happy with myself about that. And as you, I mean, we got nothing but spy calls. We got nothing but spy calls today. So, man, if that should tell you anything, we got positive gamma. So the market is definitely going to be more bullish than bearish today. So make sure that you're trying to buy the dip versus trying to sell the rips because we are definitely in positive gamma. Okay. So I do think this is a good trade right here. This is a trade that I would take. It just has to work out. Hmm. You know what, Investor Z, you may be right. You may be right. I knew last night that 3,500, the way that everybody was talking about it, I just knew that 3,500 wasn't going to be the exact top on gold last night. Yeah. I will say that when I start projecting NQ on the gold, that's when I start losing money on gold. And it's always been that way too. One of the things that I want to practice with gold is just waiting for the confirmation because honestly, picking the top and bottoms on gold is not necessarily, it's not even necessary. Picking tops and bottoms on gold. Just actually waiting for the price action to set up is is going to be the better. Mm. All right, so the bulls don't even want to step up anymore. On the 5 minute chart. Hmm. I'm being so thirsty about it, man. Yeah, I mean, shit. These order flow channels, yeah, I love these things. Mm, I bet as soon as shit, I don't even got my notepad up, man. God damn, dude. I don't even got it up. All right. 18. Mm, yeah, Investor Z and Griff can trade. I would do the same thing because we all know that it's easy to give it back. Damn, gold is super dumping. Damn, gold is like that. And it does feel quiet, doesn't it? Mm, mm. So obviously, I'm damn, dude. What the fuck? What is going? Okay, obviously, I'm trading the wrong instrument right now. What the hell is going on? Ah, that's not a good entry. Damn, that's not a good entry, man. That's not a good entry. That's not a good entry. That's not a good entry. Come back, come back, come back, come back, come back. That was a horrible entry. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, free resets, any account type. Barbie rocks. Code is on the screen. Grab it now. 50 of you out there are getting a free reset right now. Put it in.
Let's go.
Again,
That's my
Barbie
favorite.
rock.
That's my favorite code.
All right.
man, man, with the
Forrest, what should be the next level for our giveaway, sir? We're at 610 right now.
610.
610, sir.
Wow, Luke. I thought we were veterans in the game, man.
I thought we
610.
were better than that.
man,
We
that's
got to
not
do
fair, man.
700.
What's up with this 50 people bull crap, man? All right, whatever, man. Yeah, I only have one MFF account too. I've already told myself that I'm not gonna buy another one since I blew that shit trading on tilt. Whatever, man. Oh, no, did my gold trade hit? Did I get my target filled on gold? Maybe I should get out of that habit of doing that. Mm.
So the is the volatility index for the S&P. So how do we use it? And kind of, I want to just really dive into kind of what it is too. And really, what it's doing is it's measuring the expectation of the market for what's going to happen in the next 30 days. It's basically like a fear gauge, and it's a way to look at market sentiment. But the way it ends up working is a little bit weird, a little bit different. Not weird. It works a little bit differently than how we get things going on other charts. But a lot of the times the VIX is kind of hanging around this base level, and it's usually under 20, although it'll kind of peak above. That's a really loose kind of number. But what happens is we get these spikes, and this will be around a geopolitical event or an economic event, something like that. We'll get something where the market about the VIX spikes, and this is really showing us the sentiment of the market and what's going on underneath. So we can use this. There's a few different ways that you can actually trade the VIX. You can use it to help gauge your risk, and then you can also kind of use it as a signal. So what some people will do is literally just trade options on the VIX. I don't do this very much. I have done it before, but what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll look at the different monthly contracts for the VIX and see where there's a lot of open interest, because I'm looking to kind of follow the big boys, right? So there was one, it wasn't over here, it was way back.
Mm. Wow, look at Bitcoin. Yo, that is crazy. Shit, we talking about gold. Look at what Bitcoin's doing. It barely has a red candle. Shit, Bitcoin's about to go all the way back up to 100K. Hmm. Mm. 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 My God, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. You know what? I mean, I think MFF is just playing with everybody at this point. I think gonna. They're just playing with everybody at this point with these damn reset codes, man. God damn.
Yeah, looking great.
Thank you.
Yo,
I think we approve. Yeah, I think you're looking great.
Sweet.
All right, well, tell us a little bit
Oh
about
shit.
yourself, who you are, how long you've been
Oh crap.
trading, so the audience gets to know you a little
Oh
better,
shit.
and then we'll go from there.
Look at gold go.
All right, so my name's Will. I've been trading for like 8 years. I've tried everything under the sun, like Forex, options,
Damn,
and now
okay.
finally on the futures.
All right, so
And
we
I
up
think
like
futures is just like
shit.
the
We're
method for
5K.
me. I mean, it's just been the most
Yo.
profitable I've ever been.
Yo, we got a perfect
And
entry
I've been
too,
trading
dude.
futures using ICT concepts for
Perfect
about
entry.
2.5 years now.
Perfect.
And I trade just on the Nasdaq.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, what are you looking at today? What's special about today that
you
you can share
know,
with
I'm just
us?
casually up
I have
4K.
my screen shared. I don't know
Casually
if
up.
you guys are able to put that up, but marked out here.
I think that's me. Nope.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah. Here's
Okay,
me.
there we go.
But I've already made my
so
money
what I
for
have right
today.
here,
I've
I
made
have,
so much money in
the
gold. I'm
Nasdaq
kind of
futures
just
chart
trading,
on my left,
trying stuff out
and
in
I
the
have
sim.
the ES futures chart on my right. Normally,
I think
both
I'm
of
going to
these
miss.
are up at the
I
same
think I'm going to
time.
make the
I
shift
normally only trade
because here I am
Nasdaq,
up
but
5. I
have
mean,
ES up
I've
as
taken
a
a couple of
confluence.
losses,
I'm
but
not
I
sure how
think with this
many
move
of
right
you
here, I
guys are
got all
familiar
my
with
losses
ICT
back.
concepts. I know Luke
And
put it in
Nasdaq
the
is
chat
no.
a few times saying like
I
type
don't have to
1
deal
if
with this
you
shit.
trade ICT concepts, and I actually saw
I
a
don't
good
have to
amount of
deal with
people that
this.
do trade ICT concepts.
All right, let's
But
do it again.
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
have to
let's
deal
One
with
in the
this shit.
chat if you trade ICT. 2 if you do not. 3 if you have no idea what we're talking about, and we will educate you.
Yeah. So there's like a I don't want to say like a plateau or like I mean there is a good learning curve like there is with everything, but I feel like a lot of things with ICT concepts
I don't have to deal with
is
this shit.
there's a
I don't
lot
have
to
to.
learn
I don't have to deal with it.
and not a
I
lot
don't
that
have to deal with
works.
it. I think.
So people tend to overcomplicate it, but once you have the right structure and know which ICT concepts to pair together
I don't have to trade
become
Nasdaq anymore.
profitable, that's when
I can trade gold
I would say that
and be happy.
ICT works. But a lot of people are ICT haters too.
So I guess if you
I'm a
want to
non-believer,
get an
I'll be
interview
honest with
on
you. But if it
My
works,
Funded Futures, just say that you're an
works.
ICT trader,
You
and
know,
they'll
for me.
bring you
No,
on.
hey, honestly, I think most strategies work with good risk management and proper execution. So honestly, it is up to you. That's just
You need
the
to bring
method
your
I
boy
choose, and
Sherman on
that's
today.
the way that I look at the market, and it's easiest for me to take on risk. So
Yeah. So tell me, what's your like? And sorry, I don't know if you had like a planned thing, but like, what's your like go-to setup? What's your favorite?
Okay, so I have like different grading scales for each kind of setup that I have, but normally the basis of it is an inverse fair value gap entry model. So when we have a fair value gap like this 3-minute, it is right now obviously a fair value gap like where this top wick is. We have this middle candle body, and then we have this down close wick.
Oh, this was actually a good add up opportunity right here.
So the entry model.
Shit, I think we might actually go to 450 because this is where they broke structure at. So we might be heading to 450
below this fair value gap, like this. We have a full candle body closure and get like a tap back in, right? So that would be when a candle closes below. We would take our position and
actually let me just measure this because I'm making assumptions.
We also combine that with
I can just measure this
ICT
move
concept called SMTs, where Nasdaq.
Yeah, okay, yeah, R2 450.
But right now, that was a short.
We can see that
inverse fair value gap. Right now, I want to see this new week opening gap. And
yeah, that looks good. That looks good right there.
Before we take any shorts.
That looks good. All right, put that like right there.
That
looks good.
It's just like a combination of ICT concepts, just kind of jumbled into one working model, if that makes sense.
Nice. Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Huh. And you said you're looking at 3-minute candles?
Yeah, I look through the 5-minute, the 1 through the 5-minute for entries, and then everything else is just for bias. So like where I think the market's going to go. So obviously I'll come into market open, look at the daily, the 4-hour, the hourly, just see what we're trading into, see what we're trading from, and just see where price is most likely to go, and just see if we can get an entry towards wherever I think price is going to go.
And so, you know, when you're looking at some of these tighter time horizons, like a 3-minute candle, how long are you typically putting a trade on for?
So honestly, it really just depends on how quickly the market's moving. It doesn't matter. Like I've had trades where it hits my take profit in 2 minutes, and I've had trades where it takes 45 minutes. Honestly, the only thing with the minutes candle, because obviously a 3-minute, a 2-minute, a 4-minute, that's kind of like unfamiliar, but that's only just the entry. So I'm just looking for a candle body closure below a fair value gap or above a fair value gap for the entry itself. So I don't typically like watch the 3-minute for structure per se, but that's just how my entry is formatted rather than like watching a 2-minute candle, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. And you've got it looks like Nasdaq is the big chart. ES is a smaller chart that you have there.
Yes.
Any other assets that you look at regularly on a daily basis, or anything you're looking at today?
So why does it keep doing that?
So
so something's
ICT
going
model
on
works on Forex
because I'm supposed to
and
be
futures.
in.
I've tried to trade gold before, but the only thing that I think works best for how I want my risk to be formatted is Nasdaq. It just moves fast, it moves clean. There's no stall in price. It'll either stop you out or it'll hit your take profit. So I think that even though there is other options,
what version
like
of Nasdaq
gold,
does
like
this guy
oil,
trade?
and like just commodities
Because
in general,
the Nasdaq be stalling, and she does not. She plays around at your damn stop.
Trade one pair.
Well, it really depends on, I guess, how big your stop is. I guess whatever. But
of like, I'm going to trade gold today. I'm going to trade Nasdaq today. I'm going to trade EU.
Gold
today.
is definitely a better.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I just focus on Nasdaq only, and the only reason I have ESs up is just to look for SMTs. So otherwise, I would not have ES up.
Okay,
I'll agree with that.
So something that we talked about a little bit earlier.
Honestly, I feel ES is not even traded.
Big earnings report from Tesla coming out today.
If ES was the only instrument to trade, then I mean, I guess, but
and somewhat in ES as well. Do you look at
I mean, it's
like
honestly,
the news
it's
that'll
not
come
even
out
worth it.
on Tesla after the close? Does it impact how you're going to think about the end of the day today? Anything along those lines?
Yeah, so there's a few different kind of ways I integrate ICT into my model. Obviously, I don't base everything the market does around ICT. There is fundamental analysis involved because long term we do play off interest rates and we do play off.
Oh no, I'm in the sim on that one game.
The economy is going.
Honestly,
so I'm not completely focused.
I'm so uninterested in the Nasdaq and the ES right now.
This daily,
I did take this trade.
Like, up here, like, I want this to get filled, right?
It kind of tests it out.
Tesla earnings are super bearish, and the market goes down. Like that's not all I'm focused on. So I'm not interested in
Nasdaq and ES anymore. I might actually delete these off my chart.
Is that
I want to, but I'm not going
at
to.
6 p.m. They love really good tech earnings.
Shit, look at Bitcoin.
Asia will move very based
look
on
at freaking Bitcoin right
now. Tesla earnings are, and then that's how you can kind of formulate your bias for New York Open. So if you have bad Asia session, you have a good sell-off, then you're most likely to see a New York sell-off. So I do incorporate it, basically 50-50 on like what I've learned so far with fundamental analysis like earnings, but I don't focus on it solely because like from an intraday perspective, we are on simulated funded accounts and we cannot hold a swing trade past 5 p.m. So the only thing I am currently looking at is intraday trades. So even though earnings could affect my bias, I don't necessarily say that if it's good or bad, I'm not going to trade or I'm not going to take a short, even if earnings are bullish. Does that make sense?
Yep. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I want to take a break for a second and ask a question to the chat. Do you have a trade on now? If so, what is it? You could be like
the bids and the spreads on Bitcoin right now are horrible.
We want to talk about a couple.
It's like a 40-point spread on Bitcoin.
But if
you're not going to get filled at a good price on
Bitcoin, say yes.
If you try to get into
yes.
this thing.
That is not the question. We're asking specifically what it is, people.
What is it?
You want those free accounts. We want to know what the trade is. I'm going to ask Will another question, and then we'll come back and we'll look at some of these together in a second here. But Will, could you talk a little bit about like your pre and post trading routines? Anything that you do to get ready in the morning, and then after you had a trade that either went your way or didn't go your way, what are the next steps that you take? Yeah,
so coming into New York Open, I do have a Discord that I live trade in. So I'll probably get up at like 8:30, take a shower, just get ready for the day because you don't want to just roll out of bed and like start looking at candles. It's not really good for psychology. I trade from 9:30 to 11 a.m. So we either get a setup, we either take a winning trade or we take a losing trade, or we don't trade. So if we come into market open, we're not really seeing conditions are too good. And I'll spend about 20 minutes just looking at the market, just seeing what targets we have, kind of like how I broke down
This is
like
why
the
I love gold.
daily and the 4
I love
hour.
gold. I
I want to
can't.
see this get hit.
I
And
can't
if
with the NQ
see
anymore.
it get hit, then we don't take a trade.
I can't.
Losing trade and winning trade, you kind of go about it the same.
Anymore.
There is really nothing that you can do about a loss or a win. You just got to keep moving forward. A win is obviously better, and you get more excited about a win, but
I just can't.
A loss is a loss at the end of the day. And I just kind of go about my day. Obviously, I'm a little bit more happier when there's a win, but I try not to think about if there was a loss. So I'll hit the gym, I'll hang out with friends, I'll hop on
What's
meetings.
The news,
I have a
weight?
few other businesses, so I'll work on those. But normally I'll occupy trading from really like 8 to 11. And then I actually interact with my Discord a lot. Like we play Minecraft, and it's like a really tight-knit community. So I actually interact with them a lot more than I probably like to say. I spend a good amount on my computer.
There you go. Do you trade the afternoons at all?
Sometimes. If I don't get a trade in New York, I will look at PM session. But the thing with my model is PM session's a lot slower. So if I have a draw on liquidity, which is what ICT calls where like price is going to go. So like if this is your draw on liquidity, like this end log and previous AI, you're going to want to see like price trade to it, right? I think that according to the algorithm and what I believe in, that only AM session has really quick delivery. So obviously I'm trying to trade the most lucrative times. So I only want to trade when I think price is going to deliver, where I think it's going to go fast, rather than something like in the afternoon where I don't see stuff going quickly, or I don't think price can go to where I want it to.
Gotcha. And you talked about, so I guess one more question. I'm just curious. So I've been trading, I guess, similar period of time. But I mostly trade my own account. Do you not hold do you not swing trade at all, or are you just purely like RTH?
I'm purely intraday, so I only hold positions.
Honestly, in today's conditions, I mean,
because I don't hold.
Honestly,
hold, like,
there's really no, in my opinion, there's no point to swing trade. I really don't even see a point to swing trade at all.
Like you're leaving money on the table.
There's literally no point.
Trade the same concept.
I'm not saying. I mean, obviously, that's just my opinion.
You theoretically
it's not
could,
any fact or
I
anything.
think within my model, it's easier.
I just don't see a point of
just to be
carrying risk onto the new day. When you get 100-point moves in a session,
potential profits. I think.
Why are you swing trading?
At it, like we're making a certain amount of money a day, and we're making it more than
my opinion.
What we could be making at a normal job per se. It's
actually, let's look at Tesla.
I think it's just like, I don't know. I don't really mind leaving money off the table per se if I'm still trading my model profitably.
Yeah, I mean, I feel that's exactly how I feel. I mean, these markets are too crazy. Trump can literally go through something.
Any of you guys have any other
get on True Social or Twitter or whatever, tweet, and your position is done. Like that shit's done.
Yeah.
Well, I tend to have noticed that,
and he's going like if you're up and he tweets, he's going to go in the opposite direction. So I mean, we all know that.
So that's what I don't know. So like when you're talking about fair value gaps, I know that Forrest trades volume imbalance a lot.
Volume profile.
Volume profile. That's what I meant to say. So he would be looking for the low volume nodes, which
options.
When I was looking back at the fair value gaps for ICT, it was kind of the same idea. And I've always really liked.
Let me look at Tesla because honestly, I don't particularly care to trade options. I'm not trading options. I don't want to do it. I'm not trading.
Sometimes a lot of the hard thing for me is just like
I don't want to trade options.
Using this new exclusive language.
Because I never take profits and I always lose money.
So I don't say new week opening gap. I just say weekly gap. So I just think it's a little,
honestly,
that's the criticism of it. Is
no. I'm not like the biggest ICT nerd, and like I don't like adapt, and I don't like adapting into my personality. Like if someone doesn't like ICT, I'm not going to sit there and really defend him, no matter how many hours I've watched of him.
Well, it's hard to defend the person. To be fair, he doesn't make that easy. But I mean, it's not like ICT concepts aren't real or aren't good. It's just I like looking at it a different way. So
no, and I understand, honestly.
What Will, where did you learn ICT? Or like, did you learn from ICT himself? Were there other channels that you liked?
Yeah, so core was ICT, and then there's obviously like a lot of YouTube channels that will simplify his concepts, because if you've ever watched any one of his videos, he will tend to just like
Ramble.
spew
They're
out
really hard
30
to watch.
minutes of God knows what, and then like 5 minutes of actual, learnable information. But it was mainly YouTube, and then I've had a few mentors myself until I got to the point where I think I could mentor other people.
Got it. Awesome. Well, Will, any final thoughts for us?
I think the
We got a
next call is
couple
going to
more
probably be Will is
candles as
awesome.
you've been
Will
on.
is awesome or something like that.
A couple downward candles.
Yeah.
Any
I feel like I'm focusing more on getting this reset for this account than I am on my trading
honestly,
right now.
the only thing I want to see,
because that's exactly what I'm doing.
This weekly gap. So
I just want to
even
get
if we
this
do
reset
trade
because I
lower,
kind of went tilting this account and I kind of want
I would
to
like to see us trade.
kind of want to bring it
into one
back,
of
but
these
I mean, if
15-minute
not, then
gaps
I'll just wait
and
for the
then
rebuild.
get a move higher, kind of like
I really
how we're
gotta-
forming this. So we'll tap into this 15-minute fair value gap right here.
And I mean, I know I keep saying it, but for
And
whatever
then ideally
reason,
we
I just
get
don't want to commit
an
to it
inversion
internally.
of, say, this
Externally,
2-minute fair value gap
I
up
feel like
here
I'm ready, but
to
internally,
get
I
a
just don't want to.
continuation higher towards
I just
that
don't want to.
weekly gap. That would be the only thing I want to see. Honestly, if we started dumping, I
Just
probably
want
would
my
not
money and
take
I
a
want it
trade.
now.
The only thing I would want to see is possibly these Asia lows down here.
Because
But
if I just
these
keep,
are also 300 points
I mean, well, my
away.
trading style is very
So
consistent,
I
but
would just like to see a bit more structure first.
I've been looking for that gap to fill too. I noticed we got to the midpoint. And by
for
the way,
whatever
I know
reason, I
that
just
ICT likes
don't
midpoints.
want to
Lots of people
wait
like
for the,
midpoints. I like midpoints too.
confirmation. I just
So I
don't
did
want to
notice
wait
that when we
for it. I
first
just want to get in
went for that gap, we
and
got
hope it
just
works.
the midpoint of it. So that's been that's a big one on my radar this week too. Is can we get over on ES? It's really over the 5,300 mark, 5,306, to try to get that gap filled. That is definitely on the playbook this week.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't care when it gets done. I just want to be in it.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say I just want to have an entry towards it at least.
I gotta ask because why not? But I'd love to. I'm trying to interview more traders. So either here or definitely down to collab with you, man. But
yeah, for sure.
I have a dope studio here in Miami. Would love if you want to sit down, chop it up.
Nah, go like
I'll be there on a Saturday if you actually want to take my number down.
Cool. Yeah, I'll DM you in the stream.
Yeah, bet.
Stream chat thing that we've got going on. That's possible.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'm gonna be down there the 26th through the. Honestly, I don't even have a flight back. I'll just be down there.
We'll be like, oh, Sherm, you're such a thug. You're such a thug, Sherm. You just take what you want. You damn right I take what I damn want.
We've got a lot of space here. We got a lot of space here.
Take what I want. Damn it.
That sounds good. Yeah, I'm down.
All right, I think they're about to drop these damn reset
Will,
codes.
how can folks stay in touch with you?
So
probably
my
like
biggest
Will
platform
Rocks or
is
something like
obviously
that.
TikTok, and it's Will Options. It's right there underneath of my name. So yeah, that's where you can find me on TikTok. There's like the link to my like learning group in the bio of the TikTok. If you don't have TikTok, my Instagram is just Will Jordan. All
right, so
and my
does
DMs are
people
always open
go
as
on
well,
TikTok
so
for trading?
if you go to my Discord, message me there. We can talk about whatever. Same with you, Forrest. We need a link up in Miami this week.
I'm here, man. Well, yeah, let's make it happen. I just DM'd you my number, so we'll make it happen. There's a few traders in town today, though, filming here. So
seems like.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm not sure how familiar you are with the TikTok space traders, but a bunch of us are gonna be down there like next week.
Nobody ever comes to Central Texas.
Nobody wants to go to
it sounds exciting, but
I mean, Texas is not necessarily.
We'll have to put that one
it's not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Forrest.
I would say this about Texas.
With us.
Texas is a place where you come
there you go.
and you settle the fuck down.
Swing that.
outside of Houston and
sounds good.
Dallas. Everywhere else, if you're crazy, then Austin.
Alrighty.
But
Awesome.
Texas is not that spot to
thank
come
you,
thinking
sir,
you're
for
gonna
hopping on.
no
live your
worries.
best life. It's you
Yeah, for
settle down
sure.
here. It's a highly conservative
Alright.
state.
At least we have some chat in
I mean,
Central
it
Texas.
is
I saw
purple.
that.
I think purple is
We're
the
representing a little bit.
farthest Texas will ever
Represent
go.
a little bit. There you
Texas
go.
will never turn blue.
All right.
And if
people,
it does,
it's time. The
I
time
think the
has
world will
come
probably blow up.
for some free accounts.
Oh, free
We
account.
made the promise yesterday, and something you will learn watching this show is that we always keep our promises. We say we're going to give you a chart of the day. We do it. We say we'll talk levels. We'll do it. We say we'll talk trades. Note to you, Barbie and Forrest, we got a lot of people who are long NQ. So when I go to you for final thoughts, keep that in your noggin. But the time has come for some free accounts. And you must be a subscriber to be eligible. So take the time right now, hop onto YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This is for our EL2, our Eval2 Live account.
Oh,
Two-step,
fuck that.
making it very clear. I get berated in the chat when I say things that you tell me I didn't say them, even though I did. Crystal clear. Eval2 Live account, two-step. Code is going on the screen now. It is Donut Rock.
Donut Rock. Let's go.
That's the one.
You had a Barbie Rocks. You had a Forest Rocks. Now you have any Donut Rocks.
Do we need one more for you, Luke?
No, we should do it.
Just-
While they type in a Donut Rocks, you know,
Man,
because I'm watching the chat and there's a lot of people battling in the chat, and I was like, what if we did an actual debate on trading? Just for fun. That could be
I would
interesting.
love it.
man, that sucks,
You
man.
know, I volunteer Barbie, and I'll just
Man, that sucks, yo.
One, what we got?
No, it's a 150.
Like, dude, I like
apparently take these trading systems very personally.
Yeah.
And I love to see it. I love
Is the
passion.
code cap sensitive? You know what? Fuck
Nice.
it. I'll just.
Awesome. All
We
right.
couldn't do it without you guys, for sure.
Woo. Amazing. All right.
Well,
and
any
Tinku
final
to Tinku.
thoughts?
Can we get a W Tinku in the chat too for calling out the 1,000 level for our final giveaway? All right, Idona, what's left in our show today?
Yeah, well, just some final thoughts, maybe to kind of wrap the show up for today. Well, Barbie, do you have anything else to say? And then, of course, Forrest as well.
Well, I did end up kind of back in that. I when I was talking about VIX, I had kind of booked that real quick when it was threatening my to go back below my entry. But I did get back in this 50 break on one of these little candles. But I did book it when we got up here to that level, like I was saying. It could
Well,
keep
I mean, I
going,
guess
but
I'm not
like to kind of
necessarily.
break
I just
my
wanted that
trades up
reset. I
segment
don't
by
care about
segment,
the
and so that was kind of
live. I don't want to be.
trade that I
Well,
was
let me
looking
rephrase
for.
that. Let me take that
We
back.
could potentially be setting it for
Because
another
obviously,
long
if I
up
say I
here
don't
off
want to
of
be a live
this,
trader, that means
guess
I
around the
don't want to be
75
successful.
level. So I'm kind of
Because
watching
being a
for
live
that
trader
nudging at
is
this magic level
inevitable
here.
when you're
And
successful.
if we get that on
So I'm
ES,
not
I think
gonna
we're
say
going to
that.
get it on Nasdaq too. Although
My goal
this
is just
a
to be
slower news
consistently
day,
profitable
so
and
I'm
consistently get
also
payouts. If along the way I become a
conscious.
live trader,
I'm paying attention to the fact that we may not have like that full extension. Like we may run out of volume and not be able to get some of these full targets
yeah, that's
today.
just
So
not my
that's when
focus.
why I'm looking
I
at these
prefer just to
targets
get
as
paid
something I
out.
want
I
to
don't care
achieve
about none of
this
the other
week
shit.
and not necessarily today. But I'm here for it if it happens today.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you, Barbie. What about you, Forrest?
Yeah, so you know we've mentioned it. A lot of confluences to the upside here. We had a green candle, green candle, green candle, right? Completely the opposite of what we talked about on the downside, right? So until the market kind of tells you that it's reversing, I expect higher into the same node.
Man,
right?
yeah,
So we
that
have this
50
naked
reset
POC
bull crap is
above.
kind of annoying.
There is the
And
naked
yo, I
POC
mean,
node. So anywhere
Nasdaq
in
and
this
ES, I mean,
range of
if you
like
was in,
330
I'm not going to say
to,
that the opportunity
450,
wasn't
which
there,
is
but
120 points if
man,
I can do math.
today was just
Is
not
where
one of
I
those
expect
days.
this to
Gold definitely took today.
test higher, right? At that point, it's
Gold was
probably
really
going to be
applying a
midday
lot of pressure
lunchtime
today.
here. You know, I might expect some
She is
chop
applying
or,
a lot of pressure
pull
today.
back into like a mean reversion, essentially, lower here. and
I mean,
look
there is
for
no way
a
that you did not make money
trade
or
there.
blow your
But
account trading gold today.
technically, the
All
best
this
trade for me
damn
to take
moving.
would have been reversing. So when I exited my short, I should have just flipped long. Since I didn't take that, I'm not really interested in taking something on the tail end of this. So I'm flat personally. Kind of, it's too late for me on this one. But I know a few traders in my community took it, which is, love to see it. That's dope. And yeah, those of you out there, if you haven't taken any trades today, if you're green, protect your money like they're your kids. If you're red, don't make it worse. There's always tomorrow. That'd be my last
There's nothing
message.
better than revenge trading.
Hell yeah, dude. And she's still going. I mean,
Nothing.
she's still going. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking
I
myself to
thought
just
trading was
focus
less emotion,
on gold.
more strategy.
I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I do feel like taking it out on an account, and that's what sim accounts are for. I'm just saying, if you want to go
Okay, I
enjoy
hear
an
you
account,
guys.
that's a bank account.
Cool.
Okay,
All right.
Luke, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Thank you, everyone, for a fun show today. We will be back here tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. We've got a very rare deal for you all. I'm putting a link in the chat. I'm going to spam it a few times. Use code APR START, and that's going to get you an $82 starter account. No activation fees. Whether you're a new user and you've never tried My Fund and Futures, this is
boo. We don't want
the
that.
way. I'll say the
Boo.
way.
We don't
I
want
don't know if I
that.
can say that, but I'll say the way to
Boo.
get started.
Boo.
If you've been with us for this some time,
Boo.
this deal is
Because I mean, a
also
starter
you're
account. I mean, you're
eligible
only
for it as
saving
well, so it's
15
a
bucks.
really
Oh no,
special deal.
not 15
Again, I'm
bucks.
putting the link in the chat.
Nobody wants
APR
that.
START
Boo.
is the code. Give that one a go. And tomorrow we have a very special guest, Mr. ICT himself
Oh hell no.
with Barbie. Nope, just kidding.
My boxing gloves. I got my hater hat.
Will was amazing.
No, we
Bringing him
love
here
him.
on
We love
stage.
him.
No.
Yeah, Will was amazing, and we loved having Will.
Yes,
But we're gonna have Lumi Trades. Amazing trader,
Woo.
amazing streamer, someone that I've followed for quite some time. So Lumi will be here with us tomorrow, and I will see you all at 9 a.m. Eastern.
All right, guys.
All right. All right, so we can get that out the way. Cool. We can get that out the way. All right. All right. I'm going to be all right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So we're just casually up 6, almost 7K. I mean, that's kind of what we do here. We had a great entry, great, beautiful entry right here. We saw the scale in opportunity to scale into this right here. Perfect entry. I mean, that's why I really enjoy trading gold. I really enjoy trading this instrument. I really do. 9. I really enjoy trading this instrument. Shit. Literally up 8, 9K in a position. It just sucks that that I'm following my rules, and I hate that so much. Why is it that when you follow your rules, when you follow your trade plan, that's when all the good moves happen? And then as soon as you say, you know what, I'm going to trade the way that I want to trade, bump that trade plan, all of a sudden now the market is struggling and it doesn't do nothing. Like, what's up with that? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Alfred. I mean, shit. Today I've made so. So last night we made about 14K. We made about 14K last night. Right now we're up about 8K right now. Just go to 9. Like shit, today I made about 23K. Obviously half of that is in the sim, but I still made it. And I'm not trading no differently than I would. Perfect entries, perfect scale in. I think we will see a rejection in this area right here. I do think that we will. I mean, because this is not the Nasdaq. You got a block of liquidity right here. The bulls are going to have to push past this to be successful, pull back, and then a move up. I remember last night. 463 was an area. That right there. That was an area last night. Yeah. That we got the breakout from. And then you can see that that's where they broke structure to the downside. All the buyers that didn't take profits. Dude, if you were a bull last night, how the hell did you not take any profits? Like, that is absolutely crazy. How did you not take profits last night? All right. So, yeah, I do think that we will see a rejection here. Oh, so I already oh, shit. All right. I got my target hit. I'm out of half of the position. Honestly, I should have probably got out of both of them right here at 50, actually. Yeah. You say I'm cheesing? Mhm. Yeah, and wait, you still ain't owing me my apology. You said my boxes don't work when clearly they do. Clearly my boxes work. I'm gonna still need that 100 pager. I'm gonna still need that 100 pager. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, yeah. 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 I mean, I don't think we get past 350. That would be absolutely honestly, yeah, I think I'm gonna get out at this measured move right here. I'm gonna get out at this measured move right there. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I think I might be overstaying my welcome with this, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's see a pullback. I think it's only 9:30. Well, gain weight, I do win. I mean, when I think about it, when I think about it, yeah, I mean, I only get a percentage of what I would make in the sim with a payout. I only get a percentage of it. Oof. Damn, is nobody trading Bitcoin futures? Oof. Hmm. Hey, y'all appreciate that Griffin trade because I mean I do trade pretty similar in the sim. The only difference is that I will probably take a riskier trade in the sim to see what happens. Because something that I said in the Top Step forum last night, and it's so true. The market doesn't care if you're about to pass your account. The market doesn't care if you're on your last day on a payout or if you only have $100 worth of drawdown. We do project what we think the market should do onto these charts. And I find myself doing that more often than not, more often than I would like. So in the sim, to kind of appease that voice, it's like, oh, what if this works? What if that works? Blah, blah, blah. Well, there's really no risk. So what I find myself doing more often than not is just testing shit out in the sim. Nah, I mean, I kind of already explained it to gain weight. I just can't justify throwing $15 to $5,000 in a live account when I can just spend that same amount of money on these prop firms. I just can't justify it. I mean, if I throw $5,000 in a live account, I will only have $5,000 worth of buying power. Or I can take a percentage of that $5,000, get a prop account, have more buying power, trade consistently, take my payouts without any real risk to myself. Now, when I get into a position of having thousands of dollars of disposable income, then yeah. And then still, I mean, still, I can't even justify that. I'll probably just buy 20 Apex accounts. I mean, it's like every time when I think about it, it's not worth it. Now, I can understand your position. You're already used to trading your own account. So trading your own account and versus trading a prop firm, I mean, you're already there. The only time I've ever traded a personal account is with options, and that was always hit or miss for me. Strictly from my trading style, because just being up $200 ain't worth it. Honestly, I'd rather it go to zero. And for the most part, it always did go to zero. That's why I got to stop throwing money at options, because I don't ever take profits on that damn thing. But with these prop firms, at least for me, since I started out with prop firms, I don't necessarily see a reason to switch from prop firms to a live account. And then especially with my temperament, I can handle blowing an account. I'll get over losing 10K, but man, that shit'll definitely stick with me for a while. It's like, dang, how did I lose 10K? So it's not fear. I'm not scared of that. It just doesn't make sense to me. The risk to reward is not in my favor. I'd rather just take these prop firms' money. All right. Honestly, I think I should have took both of these at 350. I mean, I kind of have to get the Nasdaq out of my mind, because I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't project the Nasdaq onto other instruments, and I do. 350 was a perfect area to get out, and gold mint that shit. I do think that this could potentially be a pullback, though. Yeah, me either, man. I definitely agree with that, Grifkin trade. You know, it's in the back of my mind, as much as I hate to say it, I'm always asking myself when I'm going to blow the account up. Is today the day where I'm going to blow the account up? It's the day of the day. It's today the day. Well, look at. All right. All right. Yeah, that's my fault. That's my fault. That's my fault. That is definitely my fault. I knew it. I read the market correctly. That's why I did. I mean, honestly, and this was literally almost three more points. I will agree, gain weight, that because this is not, because I don't have, how do I want to say this? Because this is not my real money and this is all simulated and I could potentially get a real payout from it. It does turn to gambling. It does turn into emotional trading. But I guess, I mean, shit, you'll be emotional trading with your real money anyway. But the prop firm kind of puts a gaming aspect to it and turns it into a game. I'll say that. I'll give you that. I really don't see this as my real funds. I only thing I see this as is, will I be right and will I be wrong and how much money can I get for being right? But man, that was definitely a great short right there. Right there at the underbelly of this range right here. They shorted this range perfectly. And this was a range that was left by the market at the open right there. This range right here was left by the market yesterday. So these two ranges right here was definitely pivotal last night. Oh, gain weight. I forgot to tell you. Did you sign up for this is actually for anybody. I just know that gain weight actually signed up for it last time. I don't know if anybody else did. But Ninja Trader 8 is doing their competition again. I forgot. Let me see if I can put it in a chat. I forgot to tell y'all guys that to sign up. Ninja Trader 8 is doing a competition, and you know what we trading, baby. You know what we trading. You know what we trading. All right, so I just dropped the link in the chat. Just drop the link in the chat. $25,000 of simulated funds. And you're competing to win a grand prize of $1,500, I think is the top prize. Hmm. Okay. And you see gain weight, that's it right there. I ain't waiting. And I feel like, I mean, I think that's another part of the psychology with trading prop money. It's not your money. It's not your money. I mean, I'm not waiting for confirmation. Why the hell would I do that? I'm gonna wait for the market to go into an area where it's highly likely for the market to react. Damn, dude, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hmm. All right, so if we get price to break, so price has already broken that trend line. The bulls is holding up this area right here. Right now, price is in a neutral zone right now. So either the bulls are going to have to push it back up into this, back above this trend line, or the bears are going to break structure to the downside, come back and hold it. We can see a move down. You say you're trying to take it seriously this time? I will say that that competition kind of opened my eyes up too much. It kind of opened my eyes up to some of my tendencies. I will say that. Because I had to really sit down and ask myself, how the fuck did I lose $25,000? How the hell did I lose $25,000? God damn, I lost 25,000. $25,000. And of course, they did the competition when the market was going crazy on the Nasdaq. But we ain't trading the Nasdaq this time. We don't need the Nasdaq anymore. We got a better bitch. We got a better bitch. Gold is way better. Yeah, it starts next week. So, well, Griff can trade if I can just add to that. Honestly, I feel like being a degen is human nature, man. I feel like that's just human nature, honestly. I literally was up 10K in this position and I let it come back for 3 extra points. Now, mind you, I am in the sim, so it's not like I was really managing the trade for real. But the principle of the matter is that I let all this money come back and I'm literally at break even. I'm literally at my break even right now. Literally at my break even. My original entry was here. And I mean, I keep saying this, and I say this because I just want to make it clear to myself, because I guess if I keep telling it to myself, then eventually I'll accept it, but I don't know. But I took this trade because, oh shit. Huh. Isn't that interesting? Huh. Huh. Isn't that interesting? I didn't know. So I didn't. Okay. So I'm gonna have to start projecting my ranges out. I'm gonna have to start projecting my ranges out. Let me actually project this out a little bit, because I just drew a new range. I didn't actually know that this range was the. Oh shit! Look at that. Like, okay. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to have to start projecting my ranges out. Because the bottom of this move was literally this range. Literally this range. Huh. Anyway. When I was looking at this move right here, I just trusted the charts. I waited for price to come in and we got a perfect entry, and we have a perfect entry. I just waited for it to come here and we had another perfect entry. I started trading this thing like the Nasdaq and I lose money. And I don't know why I continuously do that. Even though I tell myself that I'm wrong, for whatever reason, I start trading this thing like the Nasdaq and I lose money. Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, that's true, Investor Z. And yeah, that's different, gang weight. If I was in that situation, and honestly, I'm not, I mean, well, that's 25% of my situation. 25%. If it was 100%, I would definitely be, I would definitely take this well, I'm not, it's not like I'm not taking it seriously. It's just that I'll probably gamble a lot less. I would wait for the confirmation. I guess I would be more patient. I'm just in a situation where I don't necessarily have to rely on my trading. And honestly, for right now, that is definitely how I want to keep it. I don't want to say I'm kind of stuck in my ways, but I feel like I'm stuck in my ways. And if I had to rely 100% on trading, it would be an adjustment. It would be an adjustment that I would have to make for sure. But it would definitely be an adjustment, and it'll probably be a lot of sleepless nights, because now my mindset will shift to, now I don't want to miss the next setup. And even though logically I know that that's not going to be true emotionally, I'm going to be emotionally driven to make sure that I make the money that I need to make on a daily basis. Like right now, this right here, if we can see a breakout above this high and a pullback, this right here actually looks like a reversal pattern right here. This actually looks like a reversal pattern. And it's just waiting for it is what I don't want to do. If we can get a breakout, then that will be the shelf. And then this will be a clean move to the upside. It will be clean. You just have to be patient for it. So, I mean, gain weight, I do agree with you. I'm not saying that gain weight is absolutely right. And it's not the charts. It's definitely me. It's just that I just prefer not to wait for it. And I will say that this right here, even though I see that this trend line is here, and even though it's highly likely that people will probably take profits at this trend line. And even though my target is just right above this trend line, instead of just moving my target right there, or at least trailing my stop, I want it to hit my target, and I won't do anything about it until it gets there. Even though this is definitely gold, but we'll see what happens at this trend line. Okay, never mind. Great. Honestly, I'll accept that. That's why I have my trailing stops to protect me from myself. And again, this is gold, so they came perfectly at that trend line, and then people took their profits right there. But this could be an opportunity to get back in right there. So I'm going to add to this position. I'm going to add to it. It's a good opportunity for a breakout, a pullback, and then we can possibly see a move back up to retest 50. I mean, if price can kind of get back up into this trend line, okay. All right. All right. So yeah, the bears came in perfectly at that trend line. They came in perfectly. Perfectly. But I do think that this is the start of a reversal. This is the confirmation right here of a reversal right here. That's the confirmation. Hmm. Well, I mean, I guess. Yes. Guess. Hmm. Guess. Hmm. Guess. Hmm. 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 If the bulls don't come back up, and this is actually a reversal, these lows are about to get hit. And these stops underneath these lows are about to get ran. All right, we'll see. I gotta get that out of my mind. I gotta get that out of my mind. Mm. Oh shit! Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? That's a lot of. This is why I love gold. This is why I love gold. I can easily get my money back. Instead of that bull crap that Nasdaq does. She ran the stops underneath that low, and she didn't even play with it. She ran them, and I like that. Not that bull crap that Nasdaq does. Like she'll run half the stops and then unnecessarily pump back up for no damn reason, and then drop. Go get straight to clapping. Gold gets straight to clapping. And no cuddling afterwards. No pillow talk, no nothing. You know, probably what I should have did first was actually this. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't stop right there, then yeah, this point is just a waste of day, right? The market is definitely in a downtrend. I think it's definitely in a downtrend. I gotta start doing that. Hmm. Interesting. That's interesting. ES is about to fill a gap. ES got about what 30 more points to fill a gap. Nasdaq has a ways to go to. I mean, it's Nasdaq got two gaps to fill. Nasdaq has two gaps to fill. The Nasdaq has almost filled its gap as well, which is probably going to fill its gap. I think it fills its gap at 420. 18,420 on the Nasdaq is where it fills its gap. The ES fills her gap. Let me turn. Be as accurate as possible. So 322 on the ES, and the ES will fill her gap at 322. Yeah, I mean, at this point. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think she goes down. I definitely agree she goes down. Well, I mean, if you're gonna look at the gamma, I mean, there was really no reason to ever go short today. So I wonder what that means. We know that the market prepares itself before a major news event. Tesla reports earnings today after the bell. Let's actually look at that and talk about it. Let me actually pull it up. Okay. So we got Tesla after the bell. So that's going to happen after the bell. We don't have anything else. We don't have anything else that's. Yeah, I think Tesla's the only thing this week that has influence over the. I mean, we got Alphabet as well. I just saw that. Google. Yeah, that's all we got this week that I can see, unless I'm missing something. Oh yeah, we got PepsiCo this week too, and we all know PepsiCo's part of the Nasdaq. As crazy as this sounds. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I mean, hmm. Obviously, the Nasdaq and the ES is going to potentially. I mean, they're going to fill that gap for sure. Yeah, they're definitely going to fill that gap. I mean, there's really no reason for a price to have moved this far without filling that gap on both of these instruments. There's really no point. They've traveled this far. They're going to fill that gap. But as crazy as today's sound, the Nasdaq and the ES went in one direction. Today would have probably been a tough day for me on the Nasdaq and ES based on how I trade. Today would have definitely been tough because I would have tried shorting this for sure. I mean, no, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think I would have shorted this on Nasdaq because I would have stepped in front of my screen and this would have been literally the low right here. I don't think I would have shorted the Nasdaq, but I would have been like, I mean, I guess I would have got my target hit. Eventually, I would have probably shorted the Nasdaq eventually. Mm. If we looked at the ES did, I mean, well, I guess you would have had to have trust that the ES was finding support here in this little range that it created. Oof. Yeah, I definitely agree. Oh shit, look at that. All right, well, we got our target hit. A great way to end the stream. Okay. I hate the fact that it didn't pull all the way back to the area where I thought it would, but I gotta stop. If I'm going to trade gold, I have to stop projecting NQ onto her because obviously, I mean, she respects structure to a T. To a T, she respects it. I mean, as I was talking about how my target was literally above that trend line, if it wasn't for my stop coming up, shit, I would have got stopped out of that, man. If it was not for my stop coming out, I would have got stopped out of that trade. Shit, I was up all night trading. When I mean, I was up all night on the stream trading. And kind of recapping, like today was definitely, I mean, all day for gold has definitely been trading your charts and not your heart. Because if you traded your chart, if you traded your heart at any point from the time gold opened until now, unfortunately, you lost your account because gold has been literally respecting the EMAs, is literally respecting structure, literally has been respecting this trend line that we came up, range, trend line, short. I mean, we got to stop underneath this low. I mean, as soon as I saw that the price was going to run these stops, I could have taken my profits, but I didn't. It came back, it stopped me out. It didn't fill this order, but I saw that if it stopped right here, then obviously it going back underneath this low, it was going to see that dump. And then, yeah, gold is definitely a technical analyst's instrument for sure. But well, we made a lot of money on gold today. We made a lot of money on gold. I think, yeah, we made a lot of money on gold today. I could look at a gold chart and see where price could potentially go next. Oh, prices potentially can run that. So I got two areas on my chart that gold could potentially go to. Either we can see a move to about 313, 315. We could actually see price bounce around 315, maybe 316, 315, because we got equal lows at 316, we got equal lows at 317. But I think price is going to run that a little bit. So we could see a move to like I said, 15 or 13. But another area on my chart is 405. We got a breakout to the upside at that level. 408, 405. We got a breakout from that level. And yeah, I do expect for the bears to try to, or the bulls to come back in and potentially buy the retest. But we definitely, this is definitely a big move down. We could see, but we are kind of in an area of support. We're back inside that range that was left on April 21st was when? Oh, we're actually back inside the range that was created at the end of yesterday's session. We're back inside that range. So either we can see a pop here or we're going to see a drop. That range between 442 and 417. So 442, 417, we're back inside that range. And honestly, I should have looked at this chart before and wish I should. I mean, I should have did that before, honestly. But all right, guys, we'll definitely come back later on tonight and we'll definitely look for more ways to earn some more money. And with that said,